A few days ago, David Braben announced in a community update that Frontier is pulling all further development for Elite Dangerous on console. What does this mean for the game? Is this the beginning of the end? Today's video is brought to you by Rich Wallet. Rich create modern compact wallets made from premium materials like titanium, carbon fiber, or aluminum. In fact, Rich is so confident in the product that they offer you a 45-day test drive with a full refund if you don't like it. But why wouldn't you like them? The wallets are easily half the size of a traditional wallet, but despite that, they can still hold up to 12 cards and has a money clip on the side. All the wallets also come with RFID blocking to prevent digital theft. So check out Rich Wallet on rich.com/D2EA and use offer code D2EA to get 10% off. So, what's the future of Elite? Well, let's start by looking at the facts. What do we know? Well, we know that obviously there's going to be no more updates on console. There's going to be critical updates, bug fixes, those kind of things. But no new content is going to come to console, and that is all consoles. Console players can keep playing, Frontier will keep the servers alive, and I'm pretty sure those servers will stay alive for the foreseeable future. They might close the servers for console eventually, but it's going to be years down the road. I don't see that happen anytime soon. In the short term, what I think Frontier will do is they're likely going to take all Horizon players and they're going to merge those over to the Odyssey graphic engine. They're not going to get access to the Odyssey content, all the new on-foot stuff, but they are going to be merged into the graphic engine. This was the plan all along. This is to reduce their own workload so they don't have to maintain two different graphic versions of the game. And that also means that people who are still playing Horizon on older hardware may see some issues, as we know that Odyssey, the graphic in Odyssey, is more demanding. Now, they have optimized it a lot, and the problem areas is still the on-foot settlements. That's where the graphic really struggles. But since people playing in Horizon won't have access to those areas, it's not that big of a deal. I think it would actually be okay if Frontier merged that over. There might be people playing on the very old hardware might get into trouble, but most of the people I think should be relatively okay. But from Braben's post, we can deduct a few things that's going to happen in the future. You see, he mentioned that Elite can now move forward with its lore and its story, and that tells us that they've probably been holding back on lore and story events. I think it's likely that they have also been holding back on some content, and especially because they've gone so much work into the optimization in the attempt to get Odyssey to run on console, that obviously a lot of those resources that would otherwise be working on new content for the game has been working on tweaking codes and tweaking meshes to try and make the game run more smoothly. But with those resources freed up, and they can hopefully return back to working on content and stuff that goes into the game. And adding to that, they are also going to be able to develop it faster because they're only going to be maintaining one code base now. Overall, I think content-wise, I hope at least, we're going to see some increase in that going forward. With a little tinfoil hattery here, and this is very much in the speculation area, is I think it would be likely that we're going to see Thargoids in the flesh in the future. I mean, I would assume that there's been some lore events probably around the whole Salvation thing that have been fighting the Thargoids, that we at some point is going to begin to see Thargoids in the flesh so we can find them on foot. It seems like a natural thing to add now that we have on-foot gameplay, on-foot combat, also to add on-foot Thargoids. Seems like a pretty natural thing to do, so I would expect that, but that is very much in the tinfoil hattery guessing area whether that's going to happen or not. So once the dust settles after this, I think and I hope we're going to get the regular community team back. Live stream's going to return hopefully, and hopefully the regular information flow is going to return. I think it's pretty clear that the silence we've seen from Frontier was because of this, because they were struggling with this decision internally. Why that meant they have to go silent, I don't know. I guess they didn't want to have to constantly sit and say, oh, we have nothing to share about console, and then suddenly one day, bam, they come out and they say, yeah, console is cancelled. I guess that what's been going on with the silence, and I hope that now that the news is out that we're going to see the community team come back and the information flow come back at least to somewhat same level as it was before. There is one thing though that I would really like Frontier to do right now for the console players, and that is to find a way to allow people to merge their account or to transfer their accounts over from console to PC. I know there's a lot of console players out there who are absolutely devastated, and I can't blame you. Honestly, I would feel the same. I know there are console players out there who have spent thousands and thousands of hours in this game and is probably not done playing. But I can also understand that the will and the enthusiasm is kind of gone by now. So I think it would be really nice for Frontier if they could find a way to allow console players to transfer their accounts over. It doesn't have to be like an automatic thing, but maybe just if they could send a ticket to them and then they could do something dev magic behind the scenes and make those accounts available for people over on PC, so people go over and play there. There would actually be an economic incentive for Frontier to do this, because a lot of the console players will not have brought Odyssey yet, and if they are ported over, then it means they'll be playing Horizon, and a lot of console players have been waiting to try and play Odyssey. So by moving them over to PC, I could guess a lot of those players will then go in and upgrade their existing Horizon account to an Odyssey account. So while I like that this stalemate in Elite seems to finally have been broken, I really hate that it had to come at the cost of the console community.